Hello and welcome. This is episode 76 of Album Review, and today I have the legendary classic album by, of course, one of the most just famous and classic heavy metal bands ever, which is of course Set Wings of Destiny from Judas Priest. And just like Black Sabbath, uh, 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 I previously did Black Sabbath in the previous video, and you just really can't go wrong with bands such as Black Sabbath and Judas Priest. There's just no possible way for that to happen. But yeah, I have their second album here with me, which is Set Wings of Destiny. Well, I don't have a physical copy, but there we are. But yeah, this album is requested by Rockdoo, and I'm really glad he did because I am a really big Judas Priest fan. Although they're not my absolute favorite band, they're way up there. I've made some videos of them, reacting to them, top 10s of course, but I believe I did those in Dutch, so if you want me to do those in English, then let me know and it will be done. But of course, Set Wings of Destiny is one of their most acclaimed albums. It is one of the early Judas Priest albums, which was actually released in the 70s. But of course not my absolute favorite album. If you have watched the channel for a while, then you know which one is my favorite. Which shouldn't really surprise you, but there we are. But yeah, this album just showed that Judas Priest could make something out of metal, that they could popularize it. And yeah, of course you had the early years when Black Sabbath was a bit more hip to listen to, or they were just dominating the metal scene because it was pretty new and Black Sabbath was like the only member yet. So they pretty much dominated the early 70s because there was no one really to really compete with. And then you got of course a bit of the disappointing Sabbath albums, which are of course Technical Ecstasy and Never Say Die, which were disappointing to say the least. But then you got of course the mid 70s albums, which was of course Rocka Rolla, early 70s. Not the biggest fan of that album. That was the debut album of course with Judas Priest. But then you got of course Set Wings of Destiny, Sin After Sin, Stained Glass, I believe, absolute classic metal albums, but those are other albums for another day. But this album is considered by many to be their greatest album because although they have made themselves heavier and more known in the metal world with their 80s albums, and of course made a bit of a comeback in the early 90s, which we will get to eventually, but there we are. But yeah, this album is just just Judas Priest making a near perfect, near flawless album. It is pretty much a flawless record. You have a bit of disappointing, or not per se disappointing, but just a bit weaker moments of this album, which is human of course to do. But there are some weak tracks, or there is a weak track on here. Whatever you want to call it, not a lot, but there are some. Which is not a weak track is of course the opener, which is Victim of Change, is an absolute classic by this band. The riffs throughout from Glenn Tipton and KK Downing are absolutely stunning to listen to. And I believe that Al Atkins is the bassist of the band. Am I right? The vocalist? Al Atkins. Didn't know that, but there we are. Glenn Tipton, he was the guitarist, I believe. Yeah, he was, or he still is. He is 69. Damn, he is old. KK Downing was also the guitarist, so I'm not really sure who is the bassist of this band. I want to say Al Atkins, but yeah, Ian Hill, but he isn't. He is the basis for the band, but he isn't credited for the songwriting. So there we are. Songwriters for this album, mostly for the band, is L. Atkins, I believe. No. Glenn Tipton, Rob Halford, and KK Downing are the main songwriters of the band, I believe. And they pretty much wrote it just a flawless album. As I would say, victim of change, like I said, the guitar riffs throughout by multiple guitars, L. Atkins, I believe, KK Downing, the legendary Glenn Tipton, of course. I believe it is a triple attack, but L. Atkins is maybe not a singer. Correct me if I'm wrong, not really sure about that. I believe L. Atkins is the guitar, but can be wrong. Victim of Change has, like I said, really classic guitar riffs. The vocals throughout by Rob Halford are absolutely one of his best already. The length is pretty perfect, 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes long. Yeah, just a classic tune by this band, one of my absolute favorite Judas Priest songs, and yeah, you can call it a masterpiece if you want. It is really a perfect song, especially to open up this album. The second song is The Ripper, bit of a more shorter song, not even 3 minutes long. This song also just written by Glenn Tipton. Just fast riffs throughout. Just the vocals are a bit more fast than Victim of Change. Victim of Change took his time more and more, and The Ripper is more faster in your face. The song is only 2 minutes long, so the band doesn't have a lot of time to show what they want to say. But The Ripper is definitely one song that rips through your earbuds and is over before you know it. Dream the Deceiver, the third song, was a bit more melodic, a bit slower again, like Victim of Change. Just really enjoyed this one as well. Almost 6 minutes in length. the length is pretty perfect. Really love the song as well. One of my favorites, I would say, together with the opener, of course, Victim of Changes. Really good vocal performances by Rob Halford. Absolutely one of his best already, and again. But yeah, you really can't go wrong with side A. Really just a classic side of this band. They got, of course, Deceiver, which was a bit similar to Dream the Deceiver, a bit of the same title right there. This song was, although cut in half, it is twice as short as Dream the Deceiver, so there we are. Really enjoyed the vocals on here as well. It was a bit more shorter, so it was a bit similar to The Ripper, a bit more in your face, a bit more direct to the audience. So we got some pretty diverse stuff on there. 2 really long songs, or 6-7 minutes, and 2 shorter songs on there to diverse with the songs on the album, of course. Really diverse side. Side A is pretty much a perfect side. Some songs I really liked on side B were Tyrant, really, again, good guitarist by, I believe, 3 guitars of the band. The guitar riffs on here are one of the best, one of the just classics I've heard. Genocide, I wasn't a really big fan of Genocide, the 7th song, which is, in my opinion, the worst track of this album, and the only thing that doesn't make it perfect, in my opinion. The side B is a bit weaker. Side A is pretty perfect, and side B is still pretty good, but not as good as its predecessor, the side A. Genocide had just a bit of a weak opening. Guitars weren't as strong, as sharply written as previous efforts, but Genocide still showcase what the album could do, but it just, in my opinion, it isn't as strong as the predecessors, and they have done better. Track 7 is just still pretty good song, but just everything on there didn't feel as burning and as much of a passion for Judas Priest I had. it just didn't contain those feelings I had. So Genocide still, although still a classic on this classic album, definitely one of the weakest of this record. And they get, I'm not gonna try, how do you say that? Epitaph? Uh, Track 8 is Epitaph. I'm gonna say it like that, and there you got the ninth song, which is Untitled Domination. Two songs that were a bit more, again, in your face. With the eighth song, I'm not gonna pronounce it again, being a bit more like the shorter songs. This one is only 3 minutes, a bit more in your face. So just really like a bit of the slower, a bit of the disappointing Genocide. You got a bit of a more faster one, track 8, which I'm not gonna repeat again because I cannot speak. So this song is again more direct. So we have 3 heavy hitters on this list, which of course by many people who listen to heavier genres, subgenres of metal, don't really have a hard time to listen to this, but it is definitely for the time really more difficult than your classic rock act to get into. And then you get of course the closer, which is Island of Domination, which represents the album pretty perfect, has some really good bass parts by Ian Hill. Really good guitars throughout. Judas Priest is really a guitar band because they have, I believe, 3 guitars in the band, so you can't really go wrong with that. And Island of Domination showcased this perfectly. Just really a fitting song to close out this legendary album by this legendary band, and yeah, shows. If you want to get into this album, then probably the ending, Island of Domination or Side A, is the way to go. But my rating for this album is a 9.4. Almost a perfect rating, but some songs on here were a bit weaker, and that was the only problem. Side B was a bit weaker, so maybe if Side B was as good as Side A, then maybe I would have given it a 10, but for now it is still pretty high, still a near perfect record. So yeah, just check out Judas Priest, they're a classic metal band, requested by Rockdoo. Just yeah, I fucking hell, Rockdoo, just fuck. This album, Sad Wings of Destiny, thank you for requesting it to me because I really love Judas Priest, and this is definitely one of their definitive albums. Of course they have made heavier albums on later records, but we will get into that eventually, so trust me on that one. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe of course to this channel to almost know for more videos like this one. I hope you have enjoyed this record as much as I do. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite Judas Priest album. Let me know if you think this is their masterpiece, or if you think that another album is better. I believe personally that one album is better, but we're gonna get into that, believe me. So I hope you have enjoyed this album review. Like, comment, subscribe of course to the channel to almost know for more videos like this one. Yeah, and just enjoy metal, just enjoy Judas Priest, and with those things said, I hope you have enjoyed this video, do all those things. And yeah, keep listening to Judas Priest. They are a classic, amazing metal band. And yeah, hope you have enjoyed it. Like I said, and yeah, God bless, stay safe, take care, and have a nice day. And listen, of course, to the Priest because yeah, they're just killer. Hey. Yeah, there was a reference, but yeah, they're pretty killer.